Joining me is former Hereford United striker Adrian Foster. We go back to the summer of 1996. You're at Gillingham. How did Graham Turner persuade you to sign for Hereford United?
I remember him calling me and asking me would I come down for a chat. I'd spoken to a couple of other clubs and must have met him before when I was at West Brom. He managed Wolves, I think. So I knew vaguely of his history and obviously how successful he was as a Wolves manager. And obviously him being there, having a conversation with him within 10 minutes, I thought, no, this would be good, you know. And I went home and thought about it, didn't think long, and I sort of decided to sign.
The previous season, Steve White scored a shed load of goals for Hereford. He joined Cardiff. Was it hard for you to step into his shoes?
No, because I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't really take any notice of any other club when I played for Gillingham. I just, you didn't, you know, I knew. I think he scored a lot more towards the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he scored nearly every game. I think up until I remember watching him against. I went on loan actually for Exeter, and he played for Hereford against Exeter away. And I think he scored 2 goals that game, and I remember him like scoring loads of goals. Did they get in the playoffs that year?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember scoring a load of goals, and I didn't know where he went from there. But no, it never bothered me because I knew I could score goals. I didn't know how many I would score, but I knew I could score goals if I kept myself fit, which was the my issue with my career, having lots of injuries. So it never worried me that you know, he scored 35 after him like that. But I just thought if I can get 20 goals a season or something, and the other guys are chipping in there, I think we'll do well. Was
it frustrating for you that the other strikers didn't chip in that season with the goals?
Well, I remember, I think I looked at it and I think I scored half the goals that season. And I think Dean Smith chipped in with a few, and then the other strikers, maybe 3, 4, I don't know. So there seemed to be, I never felt any pressure ever, but felt that if I wasn't scoring, or Dean, then nobody else was. So it was always on your mind thinking when I play, I've got to score. And lads would say to me before the game, got to score, we've got to score. And I was thinking, well, you know, what about anybody else? What about anybody else in the team? So I felt it added slight pressure there that if I didn't score, then who would? You know, that was at the time. That's what I'd think, and Dean would be the same. Dean was, I think, he was taking the penalties, and he'd scored a few penalties, scored a few goals anyway. But there was nobody else.
You scored a hat-trick at Carlisle in a 3-2 win. What do you recall from that match?
Well, I remember seeing Bill Beswick in the week. He's a psychologist. I think he worked in England and McLaren, didn't he? At Middlesbrough and Derby. And I think he took Dean Sturridge on his books. Remember Dean Sturridge?
Yeah.
Striker. And he just come in and just gave us this positive speech of asking you questions of I remember going in. He said, anybody wants to see me, you're welcome after. He saw us as a group, and I think a few of us went. I thought, I'll go and see him. For me, I just felt, I've got to score. I went to see him, and he said, he come in, he said, do you mind if I call you Fozzie? And I said, no, fine. He said, so what's the problem, Fozzie? And I went, well, he said, well, hold you there. He said, I think I might have been the top goal scorer, top 3rd goal scorer in the league at the time. And he said, you own your house, you've got a car, and you're earning money, you're doing the sport that you enjoy most. People will give their right hand to do what you're doing, professional football. I said, yeah. He said, so what's the problem? And I was like, I sort of stuttered to say, he said, well, there you go. He said, every time you feel down, walk into a hospice and see children in there playing, smile on their face, having fun, and then come to me and tell me you have worries and problems in your head. And I was like, wow. And it hit home to me at the time, and ever since then, I just thought, well, he's right. There's nothing to worry about. I'm actually doing a job that I enjoy, and kids would jump at the chance of doing what we're doing. So it was just, and I remember then, the day after, we were going to Carlisle, and I was thinking, and I think we were 2-0 down quite early on, 15 minutes. And before the game, I was saying, lads, if they score, we're not expected to come in and win. If they score, let's keep positive, keep focused, we'll do this. And I obviously managed to score a hat-trick. And we won the game, which was incredible, because I think they might be top. And they were flying that year as well.
It was 21 years ago today, that infamous Brighton game. What do you recall from that relegation clash?
Well, I didn't. Honestly, the team we had wasn't bad. Times we didn't have the run of the green. Results didn't go forwards at times, and I just remember. I didn't remember even thinking about us losing the game or drawing the game. All I could think was, I think we dominated the game as well. I thought at spells, and at the end of the final whistle, I remember I had a chance right at the end, and I sort of watched it, and I remember mate sort of pulling me, had a tug on me, and I tried to get something on it, and it went in the keeper's hands, and so the whistle went, and it was just devastation.
That season you left to go to Rushden Diamonds. What are the circumstances behind your move?
Well, this is the question. This is what I was going to say about when I managed through. I bumped into like Hereford fans, and I remember coming in the Forest Green game when we went through in the semi-final, and they were all quite bitter. And I said, well, actually, Rushden Diamonds put a bid in for me. It was sort of like, maybe we need the money, and you can, that sort of thing. It was like I had no intentions of leaving, whether they're in the conference or not. I enjoyed the time there. They offered me another contract. I remember them paying money for me, and I'm not sure if Hereford were in a great place at the time money-wise. I don't know, but the money was accepted, and that was it. I signed for Rushden Diamonds. I had no intention to leave Hereford. But obviously, things get put in the paper, or people hear different stories. It's like, no, I didn't want to leave them because they're in the conference. Because Rushden Diamonds in the conference, so it wasn't as if I went to a league club. I know Rushden Diamonds were quite big, but the fans were bitter the fact that I left them and we got relegated because of it. I wasn't looking to do that.
How did you cope with the criticism from Hereford supporters? I think we went away to Rushden and people were throwing carrots on the pitch. How did you cope with that?
Well, it never bothered me. I was just more disappointed really because I slugged my guts out there for a season and I scored a load of goals. The fans were fantastic. I remember them making me a T-shirt, and every time I scored, I'd pull my shirt. I wouldn't remember that T-shirt. So I scored and I showed the fans the T-shirt. And so it was just, I wasn't angry or annoyed. I was just disappointed. The fact is that they didn't know the story where I left. It wasn't any reason apart from I don't think went to a tribunal and they offered money and that was it. And I'd gone. Whether they wanted, I don't think they wanted me to leave, but maybe the money, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it was disappointing because I would have thought I'd had a good relationship with the fans. Maybe they were like that because they were a bit disappointed I left. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it was tough. It was tough.
You were manager at Frome for a bit. Are you still involved in football now?
I now just finished my licence. So I do the 16s at Yeovil Town. So I coach those guys Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we play games on a Saturday. So I sort of coach them ready to get to your scholarship for the 16 to 18. So I work with them all season, trying to get them to a place where we can offer them a scholarship. That's what I do now.
And do you still speak to any former Hereford United colleagues?
Yeah. Fozzie, Ian Foster. I speak to him. Dave Norton occasionally. I've spoken to Dean Smith quite years ago. Still keep in touch with Chrissy Hargreaves. He comes into Yeovil, watches the games occasionally because I think he's still there with the 23s in Bristol Rovers, is it? So he'll come and sit with me and watch a game at Yeovil. So it's great because I know we don't keep in touch as much as we should do. You can see some of them tomorrow and you'd be like, you've not been apart. And it just shows that we had such a good group of lads that your memories you keep with you, but even though you don't keep in touch, it's as if we're just we're not been apart.